throughout my life, I have been to a mini convention. I've only been to 7, but that's still quite a bit. And this year, I'm planning on going to 2 more. The Houston Horror Film Fest, which, yes, is a convention. It is taking place in a few days from me recording this, actually. And NostalgiaCon, and ooh boy, I'm gonna be broke at the end of that. So if you are planning to go to your first convention, or just a convention in general, there are some general rules and etiquette that you should follow, especially if you're a guest. So here are some convention etiquette rules. This first one I shouldn't even have to say, but it's become an issue at many conventions that I feel like I have to say it anyway. Cosplays do not equal consent. When I went to WeepCon a few months back, there was a cosplayer who was dressed as Verosika, but a Playboy bunny Verosika. Does that mean she wants you oogling at her and trying to touch her up? Absolutely not. Really, you shouldn't be touching anyone without consent, regardless of what they're wearing. Doesn't matter what the cosplayer is wearing, that does not mean that they want you to touch them. Which brings me on to my next topic. Regardless of who it is, cosplayer or not, ask to take photos, and ask politely. Don't just grab them from behind, pull them in, and take a selfie. They might not want their picture taken, and they don't know if you're gonna put it up online or not. If it's a celebrity, then that's usually different, because they charge for photos. But still, don't grab them and then take a picture with them. Ask politely, like this. Excuse me, would it be okay if I took a photo with you? If they say no, then just say, okay, thank you anyway, have a nice convention. Meanwhile, if they say yes, you can take the photo and ask if they would like to be tagged on social media or if they want their picture up at all. And if they say yes, then go ahead and take the picture with them. It's that simple. And if you're gonna wrap your arm around the cosplayer, do it very gently, because cosplayers typically have crazy insane parts to their costumes that can break. And don't touch them in any way that's provocative in nature, like here or down there. If possible, keep your hands to yourself. From what I've experienced, most cosplayers are happy to take a photo with you and have it posted online, but you should still always ask. On the topic of cosplays, do not bother cosplayers while they are eating. Conventions typically have, eating areas. If a cosplayer is eating, they probably don't want to be bothered because they're hungry. Some people can get hangry, that'll be even worse. You can ask when they get up and they're done eating, but not while they are eating. And don't get food near their costume. Especially stuff that has condiments on it, like ketchup, mustard, mayonnaise, relish, chili. Is that a condiment? I don't think it's a condiment. Anything that's especially drippy. A lot of people spend hours on their cosplays. Sometimes people even bring stuff like fan art, so if you want to take a picture with it or just look at it, keep drippy stuff away from it. Next topic, celebrity guests. Always treat them with respect, even if you're not meeting them. When I went to WeepCon, I brought everybody a little gift. It was either a bracelet or a sticker. You don't have to do that because you're giving them money anyway if you want a photo or an autograph, but still, it's nice. But also, don't give them inappropriate gifts. Unless they specifically ask, hey, if you're coming to my convention, you can bring me, sexy gifts and whatnot. The only celebrity that I've ever seen be comfortable with that kind of stuff is Brandon Rogers, and that's because his humor is already pretty raunchy. One time I saw on Instagram that someone brought their Stolitz corn comic to have him sign, and he gladly signed it, which... Brandon Rogers is crazy. Also, just generally treat people there with respect. Everyone is there to have fun. Unless you're a security guard, then you're probably just getting paid to be there. If you bump into someone, apologize. Hold doors open for people when they've got arms full of merch, signatures, and stuff like that. And be nice to the security. On the topic of security... if you see any sort of suspicious behavior, like if you got touched by someone, if you saw someone steal something, if someone is going up and just harassing people, Christian, go up and tell security immediately. That's what they're there for. They're there to make sure everyone has a safe and pleasant time. The last thing I want to bring up isn't etiquette. It's more just be prepared, but bring lots of cash. When I went to WeepCon, I spent at least $350 and I still had $90 left over for little stuff. But I'm going to a convention in December and I plan to get autographs and photos with 11 different people. This is like freaking Nations of the World, but with celebrities. I actually do want to meet Rob Paulson because he's going to be there, so. But bring lots of money, especially if you want to meet any celebrity guests. When I went to the convention a couple months ago, I don't remember what each thing was individually, but I got the bundle from everyone. And in total, most people charged $70 for both the photo and the autograph. One person charged $75. So just be careful and be aware. And if you only have a limited budget, but you want to see a lot of different people, then I would recommend prioritizing which celebrities you want to see the most to the least, so that in case you were a little short, you don't accidentally spend it all on one guy that you kind of want to see, and then you don't have any money at all to see another person that you really, really, really wanted to see. Also, the lines for meeting celebrity guests usually aren't super long, but the longest one I've been in was, again, at WeebCon, and it was like 10-20 minutes, and it was to meet Amir. Also, the lines to get in conventions can be long. When I went to WeebCon, man, I just keep bringing up WeebCon. It took an hour for me to get into the convention. It was insane. So those are some convention etiquette guidelines. There's usually stuff on the convention website against stuff like dress codes, bringing in like cosplay weapons. So if you want any extra clarification, then find the website of whatever convention you're going to go to and look at specifically what they do and do not allow. Thank you guys for watching. And if you are going to a convention and that's why you're watching this video, I hope you have a lovely convention.